another thing. Before we proceed with any of the steps, I would like to mention few things regarding the cleanup. The WSUS cleanup always happens on the WSUS database. The name of the database is SUSDB. So whatever query we are going to run, we are going to run it on the SUSDB container, and I'll show you where exactly we will find this. So as this is my test environment, I need to connect to my WID database, and this is how I'm going to connect. So I'm going to open SSMS SQL Server Management Studio, the database engine. I am going to select my server name as this URL. This is nothing but the WID link. If your database is on SQL, then you need to connect to your site code. Whatever code you have, directly you can connect to a site, and we will find the SUSDB over there. In my scenario, I need to connect to WID because my database is on local. So I'll just hit connect, and we can see over here in the database section, we will have the SUSDB. This is our WSUS database. Before you proceed with any major changes or any cleanup, this is very high maintenance task. You have to be very cautious. Make sure the server is not rebooting uh, between this maintenance. This maintenance can go up to 3 to 4 hours as well if your database is very huge. In my scenario, it would be very quick. It's a very small environment, just a test environment, and I'm going to run the queries just to show you how to do it, and I will show you how you can confirm it has been done successfully. So this is a SUSDB, and before we proceed with anything, the first step that we are going to do is we are going to take a backup of our SUSDB, just in case if any kind of failure we are receiving, if there is any issue with the database, we can use that backup and we can get the same environment as it was before we started any maintenance. And also your SQL may have some queries issues. If the query is long enough and taking good amount of time, they can crash sometime as well. So before we do anything, we'll take a backup. So to take a backup, just right click on SUSDB, task, backup. Over here, you can simply add the location where you want to take a backup and click on OK, and you should be able to see that a backup has been successfully taken on the network path or the local path, whatever you have given. Remember, keep this very much safe. This is going to be your backup plan just in case if anything goes wrong with the maintenance. If the SQL is crashing, if the server is crashing in between the maintenance, if somehow you lost the connection to the server, if there is any issue, this backup is going to help you out. Perfect. So now once the backup is completed, yeah, before proceeding, if you want to know how to take a backup, like just I show you, I have created a video as well. In the description, you will find the link to see how you can take a backup. So I'll close this for now, and now we will move on to our Microsoft maintenance web page. So how long this maintenance take? This can take few hours, including your CPU if it is running on multiple services are running on the background, memory, how much capacity of your disk, which operating system, how much RAM, and multiple things will be there in question. But it can take good amount of time if your database is huge. And so the first thing, we are going to find the number of count that we have. So this step is going to show us what exactly our database is consisting of in terms of updates, what total updates we have, how many live updates we have, how many superseded, how many decline, and how many obsolete. We need to take care of how many superseded, decline, and obsolete update we have. Whatever number we are receiving in terms of in these three column, if the number is more than 1500, it's an issue, and we need to take care of we need to perform this WSUS cleanup. If the number is less than 1500, nothing to worry about. I'll go to my SUSDB. First task, new query, right click new query. I'll be pasting the link and I will simply execute. This won't impact anything. It is just going to help us with the status that we have. So as I told you, it's a new environment I just created for testing. My total number of updates is 4. Live updates are 4. I don't have any superseded decline. Okay. But if you have any superseded decline or obsolete more than 1500, you need to perform the cleanup. Also, whenever you're running any query going forward, you will see over here how many rows you are receiving and is your query has been executed successfully. Sometimes after executing the query, you may be able to see that it is still processing. It can take good amount of time. So please be patient and go with the flow. So once this is done, take a screenshot what uh, numbers of updates you have. I will simply close this. I don't want to save this. And now we will move to the next task. So this is done, and now it is showing us run the SQL script describe. So this is something that we just run just in case if a database is huge and taking good amount of time, this can help us to reduce the slow performance. We are going to reindex the SUSDB. So to reindex, simply we have a SQL script. We'll simply copy this. We'll go to our same SUSDB, right click, new query, pasting and executing. So now for me, it executely immediately. I don't have any updates. I'm just showing you how to do it, but this rebuilding can take good amount of time. It can take at least 15 to 20 minutes. It will reindex all the update statistics it will do. So once this reindexing is done, we'll go to the next steps, which is update the statistics to get the exact count of all the data, all the updates we have after the reindexing has been done. It's a we are into reindexing SUSDB, and part B, we will simply copy this. Again, we will move to our SUSDB, no query, pasting the query, executing it. I can see complete it successfully. Sometimes if there is any generic error, I would request you to paste the query again and execute it. Like once, if it is stopping, just in case if it is not able to find the enough memory to run those queries, it may crash. So relax, run the query again. Make sure you have to run it until you see the command completed successfully. So this is how you will update the statistics. It will update each and every column and the number of updates we have in the WSUS SUSDB database. Coming to the third part. Now, this is performing a cleanup on the synchronization history. If we have a large synchronization, the WSUS console may crash. So if you're facing issue with WSUS console, you can simply use this query and you can perform a cleanup on the entire synchronization history you have with SCCM. So to do the cleanup of synchronization history, again we're going to copy it. Going to our database, SUSDB, right click, new query. We'll be pasting the synchronization history query and where so I can see 2 rows have been affected. That means there were 2 rows related to the synchronization history. It has been deleted. So performing this can reduce your console crashing issues. Again, we will close this. Again, this I'm doing it very fast. I don't have any big database, so for me it will be done in few seconds. For you guys, it can take minutes and hours as well. Please be patient, follow the process, and then only perform the steps. So once our cleanup history of synchronization is done, now comes the major part. So we are going to perform a cleanup on all the superseded updates we have, which are older than 30 days or according to a special configuration. So when I say according to your special configuration means in SCCM, what supersedence settings we have kept in the site hierarchy. Like if we have set the update should supersede after 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. Based on that, you need to select this days option. For me, or I would say even if you want, you can go with 30 days. It's not an issue. So what it will do is from now till past 30 days, whatever updates are there, it will keep those updates only, and rest it will perform a cleanup of the rest of the superseded updates. And to do this, you can see this SQL query. Again, we are going to copy this, and here we have to change the number if you want to. So just in case if you want to delete the updates, like if you want to keep this days settings to like suppose 60 days or 90 days, you can change this number to 60, 90 based on if it is 1 month, 30 days, 2 months, 60 days, 90 days. I'm going to keep it 30 only. So we are going to simply copy this query, and this is going to clean up our superseded updates which are older than 30 days. Right clicks, SUSDB, new query, pasting it, executing it. So it says it has declined all the updates older than 30 days. It's a new environment. I don't have any updates. It's showing up as 0. But yeah, I can see it has completed successfully without any issue. So my clearance of superseded updates has been done. Now, after superseded updates, we are going to remove the obsolete updates. Simply copy it. If you don't have any obsolete updates, you can skip the steps. For me, I'm just going to show you. So right click again to the SUSDB database, no query, pasting it. This will delete the superseded obsolete updates. Here I can see 0 updates. If you have 10 or 20 updates, you can see what updates have been deleted and how many rows have been affected. Rows or update, you can see like in simple terms, if it says 10 rows have been impacted, that means 10 updates have been obsolete updates have been deleted. As simple as that. So this is how it's done. We will close this for now. Once this is done, so till here, um, after like we have performed the cleanup on more than on the obsolete updates, the SQL cleanup is been done. Now you can run a cleanup using PowerShell. I have created a separate video for that. You can refer to my channel page. You would be able to find that specific update. I'll mention in the description as well. But this is nothing but it is going to perform the same steps or the same steps which we can perform on a console as well. So I would say once you have deleted till obsolete updates, simply open WSUS, go to server cleanup wizard and perform a cleanup using console. It's just a good practice, and you can perform a cleanup using the console. It would be quick. Anyways, we have performed the major uh, deletion using the SQL query, which is very fast and efficient way to do a cleanup on the WSUS database. If you are not doing it using console, you can perform the same steps using PowerShell. You can simply open the PowerShell as an admin, paste each and everything as it is, and you can perform a cleanup. I'll show you. Simply copy. Mm-mm-mm. PowerShell as an administrator. Okay, we have performed the same cleanup. It has not found anything, but you would be able to see what kind of cleanup has been done, how many updates, expired updates have been declined, how many obsolete updates have been deleted, the same things that we have done using the SQL part, but just using PowerShell, just in case, as a good practice if we want to do it. Once this step is done, we will proceed to the next step, which is performing a cleanup on the decline updates we have. So whatever updates have been declined, you can simply go ahead and delete the metadata as well. This will help you to reduce some of this storage. Simply copy it. Again, this can be run on a PowerShell as an ISC or PowerShell. Run everything as an administrator. Paste the command as it is. Hit enter. You should be able to see that it has deleted the updates from the what update have been impacted. The decline update should be deleted. You can keep a data of the updates have been deleted. Now come again. So till when you have perform a cleanup on the decline updates, you can simply shrink and the SUSDB database and the SUSDB files using the first query, but it's okay, you can skip these two steps. But again, when you have performed the cleanup on majority of all the steps, it is required to reindex the SUSDB database once again. So nothing but you have to update, like you have to reindex and update the statistics on the SUSDB. So after the cleanup again, it will rearrange the reindex the database. Simply go to SSMS again, closing this one, right click, new query, executing. Again, we have reindexed the database. Now the final step is updating the statistics. This is done immediately in my environment. In your situation, it can take very good amount of time, so please be patient. The last step has been done as well. So now once you have performed each and every steps, what you can do is you can again, your maintenance should be completed. Literally, this can take good amount of time. Please be patient. You can simply go again, run the first query to see after the cleanup what is the number of superseded, obsolete, and decline updates you have. This will show you a reduce in the count. That means your WSUS cleanup was successful, and you should be able to remove the unwanted updates easily. You can see the number of, you can compare it with the first time whenever you have run the script. This is one of the simplest way to perform a WSUS cleanup. And once, I would say every 2 to 3 months, we should run a cleanup on the WSUS. This will help us to reduce the load on the WSUS console. Crashing should be fixed. The CPU spikes on the console should be fixed. The synchronization issue should be fixed. So that is the reason these are one of the best article I found, and I'm using it since last few months, and I'm able to perform a maintenance easily. Yeah, one more thing. This is I've created a video. So this entire above steps were performed on the SQL server. Now, if you have a PowerShell, you can simply copy the steps. Like you can copy the code and you can run the entire WSUS database maintenance automatically as well. Here we have an option of reindexing. Sorry. RA, which is running all above the steps subsequently. So it will run each and everything from scratch till end. So this is one of the best way. But this entire article, I just showed you how to perform WSUS maintenance. Just showing you, it took around 23 minutes, but for you it can take good amount of minutes or hours as well. So that's how you perform maintenance on an entire SUSDB or WSUS server. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.